paper, and I do this for myself because I have like kind of a crazy mind. So I started doing this only to remind me why I did certain things. So here's my first goal. In this box, this was my előzetes. What's előzetes? My preview.
Trailer.
No, my trailer, movie trailer. Okay? What's a movie trailer? What's a movie trailer? It's the very best. The best kissing, fighting scenes. It's everything that the movies do so well, and you're like, I don't know about you guys, I love movie trailers. I watch it, I'm so excited. So you have to, for you, if the five of us like the same movie, and I asked you what your favorite bits were, it would be different. And it brings out emotion in the presenter. So for me, when I started my business, here's what my movie trailer was. 5,000 supplement companies selling $68 billion of pills and tablets every single year, and only one can measure improve. Do you even realize how huge this is going to be? Like, that got me excited. We're the only ones in the world. This was my movie trailer. The foundation, so over here I'll write the purpose. The foundation of why it works. So this is important, you teach people that this is their own movie trailer. What gets them excited? What makes them motivated? What gets the energy out of them? Here, the foundation are the 5 points. And this is the discussion. The Slovaks asked me, and they're so right on, what are your 5 points? Because the 5 points have kind of changed back and forth. If you want to see my 5 points, you go online, YouTube, I have a great 5-point video. But for me, it was really, talking about what the point was, and most importantly, why. Why and how is this good for me? So in every presentation anybody ever has, they're asking a few questions. Number one, how does this benefit me? Why is this good for me? How is this going to solve my problems? They don't care about anything else. We can talk, we can be really smart. How is this helping me? That's the goal. So when I talk about these points, I'm always thinking of how I can help them see that this benefits them. What are the key things? You guys need to know in each of your markets. My experience tells me that the number one question that people ask in themselves, they don't tell us, is, can I do this? Number two is, I'm not a salesperson. I don't want to be selling anything. Number three is this multi-level? I don't want to do are the products expensive? I don't have the time. So if I rounded it out, those are my top 5 concerns people give me all the time. I very rarely hear anything else, right? And so I build into this presentation, I want to solve every one. The presentation has to be short, then I don't have somebody say, how do you have so much time to do this? The presentation needs to answer the question, I can be successful. Why is it good for me? How does it work for me? And so when you cover these 5 points, for you, like for trends, for instance, why are trends important? What is the trend? Trend's here. Anti-aging pills and tablets. People want supplements. Nobody knows if they work. We're the solution. Problem, solution. Trends, why are trends important? Because I don't have to be a superstar salesperson. So I'm building this in for them. So I cover this. Look at these incredible trends. Anti-aging, people are so excited. Number 2, I've got technology. This is the only bottle of water in the desert. Why is the only bottle of water in the desert important? Because nobody competes with us on price and service. You can't get it anywhere else. You want it, you got to come from us. Number 3, consumable. And really, this is technologist monopoly. You can use whatever word you like. I always use technology or monopoly, but it depended on who I was talking to. Consumable. Why is that good for me? Investment of time and energy. If somebody loves the result, they continue to buy without me being there. Right? You either sell automobiles or gasoline, phones or minutes. We have both. Boom. 4, partnership. Guys, this technology, $100 million US invested. If we just talked about Age Lock Me, we could do the same thing. The first and only customized skincare. We've got 34 patents. This is millions of dollars. I don't know about you guys. I grew up, my parents were school teachers. I didn't have millions of dollars. I needed powerful partnerships that could bring these to me. And this is what Nuskin brings. And this was where I can talk a little bit about the Nuskin partnership based on who I'm discussing, right? I can kind of tailor that. And then number 5 is the compensation and leverage. Why is this important for me, right? And you can talk about those here. This third quadrant that I get to is when I would, my goal here was to help them understand that they want to be entrepreneurs. So I have to tell you, I'm looking for business entrepreneurs. This was always my goal. So I had to help people understand that there are different kinds of ways to become an entrepreneur, but I believe this way is the best. So there's 3 kinds of businesses, 1, 2, 3, and I would land here. You guys probably saw that. You can get more details. Traditional business, licensing type of businesses, and then our networking type of a business. And then when I was building my business, I found that Subway was a really good example to compare. And then I would tell them, hey, Subway's the #1 franchise in the world. What kind of investment do you need to have? You need to hire people. You need to find a location. So I'd list all of the things necessary to open up a Subway franchise. And then down here, I would let you know that the average income is X, Y, or Z. Like, let's say it's $2,000 to $3,000 US a month. Now, here's the critical thing for an entrepreneur. In their mind, all of us are asking this. If I put in time and energy and I meet with you, right, and I'm talking to you and I'm trying to build the business with you, you're thinking in your mind, for this time that I invest, what will be my return long term? And as an entrepreneur, we're going to invest our time and energy where we get the highest rate of return, as long as it fits our value systems, right? So here's how an entrepreneur looks at this. If you build a Subway business, we call these little franchises, the average customer spends $6.74 here. And they have to have 22,000 customer transactions so that they can earn this kind of income. 22,000 customers that walk in the door after they built everything, after they took all the risks. 22,000 at $6.74. What does it look like with my Nuskin partnership? Okay, here at Nuskin, I don't have to hire the employees. I don't have to build a location. I don't have to do R&D. So I help them see that I don't have to make all of these investments. However, the same numbers are critical. What I do need to build my franchise, I do have to have what we call a circle group. Okay, circle, you saw my dyslexia come in, a circle group. How do I build a circle group? We call it an executive. I cover it very fast. What's executive? 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, right? This is it. You're going to use the products you want. So let me give you an example. Our global, in just my business, in my organization, my average customer distributor who are not executives, so they don't have this franchise, they just love the products. They just saw this. They saw this value and they said, I want some of that. They spend $187 US a month per customer. Here, $674. Here, $187. 100% money back guarantee. Here, 22,000 customer transactions. Here, 20 to 25 consistent customers every single month. Are you kidding me? I mean, look at this. And we're the only ones in the world that can do it. Right? So this is so powerful. And watch this. There are, and now I know where I'm at. And with the world the way that it is now, in the old days I used to say, hey guys, there's 10 million people in Hungary. But now what I would say is, this is really powerful. 1 billion people every single day on Facebook at any given moment. 1 billion in any given moment, every single day. Here's my question. My ADHD got a little bit of my energy. This is very important to develop the quality of person. Like, this is super important for me to help them understand the quality of network that we're looking for. And anybody that knows me, you know that I ask you, what are you looking for? What skill sets, what kind of personality traits? Mine are integrity, work ethic, somebody that's humble, teachable, somebody that's fun, somebody that wants to make the world better and give back. So those are 5 things. So if I asked you, so now I'm teaching them the principle, because now I've hit them pretty much heavy business. You know, this has taken just a few minutes, but now I want to kind of, because I built up some pressure, I want to release the pressure. And I want them to know, there's a couple things I forgot too, but I want to ask them, do you play sports? Is there anything that you do for fun, like that you love to do, like some kind of a sport? Yeah, I love tennis. Okay, cool. How well do you play tennis? 1 being really bad, 10 being the best in the world. Where would you fall here? Well, I'm a 5. Okay, cool. Now here's the question. do you know anyone better than you at tennis? This is really critical. Yes, I do. What's their name? Really important. Who is it that's better than you? Now tell me about them. Oh, well, it's my best friend, Clarico. And she's like, she's amazing. She's an 8. Okay, great. So we meet Clarico and I say, hey, Clarico, how well do you play tennis? And Clarico says, well, I'm really a 6, because that's what we always do. We say we're a little worse than we really are. And I say, well, Clarico, how well do you know somebody that's better than you? That plays tennis better, that is more passionate about it? Of course I do. My trainer back here, Marian Kellerman, he's one of the best in the world. If I keep doing this, Marian's a 9. Pretty soon I meet, who do I meet? Everybody's got a coach, a trainer, somebody they know that's better, and it's important that they tell me their name. And I'm getting them to think about this, right? Because really that's our business. This is the critical thing. I don't care if they buy the product. I don't care if they get this. What I want them to understand is they see such a compelling vision and they trust me. So this is also very important. Before you begin, it's really important that you set the stage. I have something that I'm incredibly excited about. In fact, I mean, this has changed my life. However, most people don't see this. It's really not for everybody. So don't you worry. I'm just going to share it with you. It's probably not going to be for you. But if you see what I see, this meeting, this next 10 minutes could change your whole life. Now, the last thing here is that most people don't ever see themselves doing what we do, right? They're sitting there, like you guys right here going, I don't know what I want to do that. Everybody's sitting there going, I don't know that I want to do this. Now, here's where you build into their mindset this question. Do you really know who you're connected to? Like, you really don't know who I didn't know I was connected to Marian Kellerman or Mariana Horvatova or any of you in this room. I didn't know I was connected to you, but what did I know? And so here's where I ask this. On a scale of 1 to 10, 8s, 9s, and 10s, here's the question of the day. Do you know 10 people that I've never met that have integrity, work ethic, they're fun to be around? Now, you better know what you're looking for. Because if you don't know what you're looking for, right? You tell them that. And then here's, at this point, depending on the energy, I can highlight this. I can go back and say, I mean, look at this. Are you kidding me? 20 to 25 customers. Our average person that does this earns more than this Subway franchise. If you've got 4 of them, it's unbelievable. So they're excited. Yes, I know 10. Now, depending on where the meeting is, where I'm at, I could ask them, who's the best person of this? Like, and I usually do. Petra, if you saw this and became really excited about it, but you knew someone else in your life that if they were as excited as I am right now, that they would be incredibly successful at this, do you know someone like that? Now, this is important for me to see where she's at. If she's like this, I may not ask her that. If she's open, then I ask her and she says, yeah, I know this guy named Vatikaroy. Now, what is she doing? She's building the business already, right? Not buying product, not signing up packages, not filling out lists of names. That's the business. I know somebody like Marian. Why are they great? Why are they great? Well, they have a small family. They just got married, or they just got divorced, or their business just went bankrupt, or they want to make movies, or they want to write books, they want to travel the world. Great. Could you imagine if they saw that we're the only ones in the world? We've got all of this and this. Cool. What's their name? John. Now, if we met John and did the same thing with John, John, do you know anybody better than you? More excited, more influential, more connected to people. What would John say? Yes, I do. Cool. Who is that, John? That's Karoy. 100, 1,000. So what you have to imagine is that of 1 billion people on Facebook every day, you know 10 people that I've never met. With integrity, work ethic, and so forth. If out of those 10, 4 of them can do this, right? They want freedom. They see that this is the only business in the world. They've got this incredible, foundation, and they realize they don't want to sell sandwiches for $6.74. This is the best business model that they've ever seen. If 4 of them, you become what we call Ruby. You get a free trip. So now I build up the Ruby. You get a trip, They get excited, and I say the average income here, the average Ruby income there is about $3,000 US a month, and all they had to do was this, and we've got these 4. Out of 100, 16. Will they know somebody? No. depending on where the meeting is, it's really critical that I plant this last seed in their mind. Very important, because by this time, they're getting excited, and they're like, but then all of a sudden the questions flood in. Could I really do this? I'm afraid. I don't know if this works, because I think if I tell my mom, she's going to be like, is this multi-level? So they start crashing a little bit. And this is where you have to tell them, you don't know who you're connected to. You don't know if you're connected to somebody like me. What if in this huge group of people that you don't really know who they are, what if you found somebody like me? Let me tell you what would happen. Then I build in the energy, and I help them see that out of these 1,064, look at this. And usually I turn the page over, 41664. Watch what happens. And sometimes, depending on the country, I stop here, because that's 84 small businesses. That's this right here. Only 4 of them were people. You know, you have 84 now. They do 3,000 in volume. Our company will pay you 5% of that. If you think about this, this is an exact Ruby duplication model. 464. Does it always happen this way? No, but it doesn't matter, because 84 times 3,000 times 5%. Here's what I want you to imagine. 1 billion people, or 10 million people, or 2 million people from Slovakia. By the way, very interesting, 39,000 subways in the world. 39,000. Almost 40,000. How many subways? Did you know there's 100 McDonald's in Hungary? We could have 100 Blue Diamonds and Team Elites here, easily. Right? What is this? That's $12,600 US a month. If you stop here and just do 4 and 16, that's 20 times 3,000 times 5% equals what? That's $3,000 a month. This becomes significant for people. Now I stop. So the pressure's there. We built all this up, and depending on where we're at, what am I doing? Who do you know? Where would you like to be? Or I take the pressure totally away. I just say, hey, look, maybe you don't like, here's it. I promised you it would be 20 minutes. We're done. I look at my clock. It's only been 15. Thanks for listening. I don't know where you're at with this. We are really excited. Now we can really have some banter, some questions, depending on what system you guys use to develop. My goal in that was to say, very, very important. So I'm big on psychology. Early on, you have to tell people that that you'll have questions. Questions mean interest, right? How many minutes was it?
17.
17 minutes. Okay, cool. And I've been explaining along the way, so you can do it faster.
Yes.
And in the very beginning, what I'm telling them, I'm sure you'll have a lot of questions. You look like a very intelligent person, even if this isn't for you. And I know most people aren't going to see it the way I do, but I know you'll have questions. See, now I've built in that they're going to react. And if they just don't, I don't have any questions, I'm not interested. If somebody gives me that kind of an energy early on, I just stop. I take the piece of paper, I put it away, I fold it up, I put it in my pocket, and I just get to know them. Because I really don't care. What's my goal? This is really important. What's my goal? My goal is to develop a relationship, right? And to helpfully have something that's great. And if they see this, you kidding me? Age lock me. The scanner steal. No one in the world can do it. Only us. Age lock me. Only us. This is so powerful. So anyway, that's how I do it. There you go.
Woo, thank you.
Now I would like, maybe if you guys